your neck, I'ma show you I'm with it. I would really hate for you to sit and watch me win again and win again and win again. I know it's probably getting on me when I'm sitting in. So if I ever win again, it's nobody the minimum. I didn't have to say so.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I want to take you along my workout, for some food, maybe for a little walk, just take you through my day, try to teach you a thing or two, try to keep you entertained. So lately I've been starting off my day by listening to audiobooks and I'm like obsessed with it. I'm listening to Atomic Habits by James Clear and it's actually free on YouTube. So I'm really excited to just audiobook, have my cup of coffee, have my breakfast, and then do my workout afterwards. So I feel like I'm starting the day on like a really productive note and it makes me feel way better than like mindlessly watching something on YouTube. So today I'm having actually 3 eggs, a bunch of microgreens, and sourdough bread, and I put goat butter on everything. I actually cooked the eggs with goat butter. Goat butter is way easier on your stomach and I just don't eat any cow at all and I love the taste of goat butter. It took me a while to get used to it, but now I love it.
I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love.
So in today's workout, I wanted to lift heavy and I want to choose exercises that would give me the most bang for my buck. So really traditional functional movements. So of course we're going to do some squats. So a few cues that I think about when I'm squatting is I keep my feet wide and I really sink into my hips, and on the way up I think about lifting my chest and my hips up at the same time. You don't want your hips to come up first. Second, I'm doing dumbbell rows. I think I went up to 30 pounds here. Here I'm hinging down just where I don't feel it in my back. You don't want the top of the shoulders to round in. So I'm making sure my back of my head to my hips are nice and straight. And I'm pulling my elbows back, just trying to lift heavy and squeeze the elbows back as I row without letting the shoulders shrug up towards the ears. You want to keep your jaw relaxed.
I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love.
So this is my second set. And sometimes I would go up in weight if I felt like I could. Sometimes it's okay to wait till your last set to make sure you're feeling comfortable on that weight.
I don't wanna fall in love.
Second set of the rows, same thing. If I thought that I could go up in weight, I would. I think I started with 25s and then on the last set I used 30s.
And the candles glitter like you're in a thriller. Heart goes pum pum pum. Ghostly figures, they can get so bitter. Show you want to until you can turn back. You don't know where I've been. What's going on inside? Where the monsters like to come alive, come alive. Do you?
So here I use the same weight for the entire 3 sets. I did warm up with the bar and then slowly worked my way up before my first working set. And here you see I'm getting actually lower on that 3rd set. I don't force the range of motion. Sometimes you kind of have to build up to it. But here I'm really sinking nice and low for that 3rd set. My form here looks a lot better than the first set.
Could you love a haunted house? Or could you love me now? A haunted I'm a haunted house. A haunted house.
The other thing, I think I only did about 8 reps. You know, I would have gone up to 12 if I felt like I had it in me, but it's been a while since I've lifted this heavy, so I just wanted to take it easy and make it doable. You never have to kill yourself on one specific workout. It's really about challenging yourself consistently is what's going to help you reach your goals in the long run. If I would have pushed to 12 reps here, I would have maybe just felt really burnt out by the end of the workout instead of feeling, you know, accomplished. So it's about small improvements and consistent effort.
Could you love a haunted, haunted house? Or could you love me now? A haunted, haunted, I'm a haunted house. A haunted, haunted house. If you're just get out. A haunted, haunted, I'm a haunted house.
And since I'm focusing on big moves today, I guess you could probably guess what's coming next. We've got some deadlifts here. This is my favorite type of deadlift. It's kind of pretty much a Romanian deadlift, maybe a little bit of a traditional, because I bend my knees as much as I need to keep my back flat. You do not want the top of the shoulders to round in here. I'm really thinking about pushing my bum back. So you're pushing your hips to the back of the room, I'm digging in my heels, and then I'm pushing my hips forward at the same time I'm lifting the chest up. You don't want to bring your hips in before the chest goes up, otherwise you'll be rounding the back. Another cue I think about is on the way down, I really try to keep the shoulders pulled back and my core in tight, and on the way up, I squeeze my bum in.
Against my intentions, I let you turn me violent instead.
Next, I'm hitting just a shoulder press. This hits, you know, all parts of the upper body, especially if you're staying upright, keeping a knee bent. You're going to work the core too, just by stabilizing. We're working triceps and shoulders. And here I think I went up to 10 to 12 reps because I find arms sometimes easier. And I believe I'm only using 20s or 25s. Some days you may be able to lift heavier. I always go by how I feel in that day. Just because maybe I did 25s another day doesn't mean I'm going to do 25s today. I listen to my body on that day to determine my weight. Here I'm using 40s on each side, but I do work my way up to 45s because the deadlifts, they were feeling good. But let's say if I was feeling it in my back, then I definitely wouldn't have gone up. Maybe I would have gone down.
At the festival that we met at, where you were just a face in the crowd, and now I can't imagine me with anybody else as we close out the night underneath the lilac sky. Summer high, met you in August, New York, back to my cold apartment. Distance sucks, but
You'll notice that I go pretty slow on these moves. I really don't want to use momentum. I really want to feel the actual muscle that I'm trying to work. So if I were to try to push really fast, then other things might kick in. So I like controlling the movement.
as long as it's with you, as long as it's with you.
And here I'm on my final set of deadlifts, and you'll notice that the weight kind of starts to move smoother. I feel strongest in my third set. And I went into this workout thinking I might do 4 sets, but I listened to my body and it just would be too much because I haven't lifted these weights consistently, that 3 sets was more than enough.
you touch, when you feel it. Yeah.
Can we talk about me and you? Can we talk about the truth? I wanna know, I wanna know. Can we talk about me and you? Can we talk about me and you? Can we talk about the truth?
Final set on the shoulder press. So a big mistake people will make here is they'll lock out their knees and overarch their back. You'll see that I have a slight bend in my knees, and I really try to keep my core engaged, and I want to keep my back straight. I don't want to arch back to get the weight up. I'm also pressing by the ears to feel the stretch in my shoulders. You don't want to press ahead of your face. You want to press straight up so you can get full shoulder development. Here we are on the final two moves, and I'm just doing a hip bridge. I feel this move often more than the hip thrust in my glutes. So all I'm thinking about is really digging the weight into my heels, keeping my knees out, and squeezing my glutes together as I lift from the ground up. I don't want to overarch the back. I'm just trying to think of only squeezing the glutes, and I almost hold at the top of the move so that I really feel the burn.
Can we talk about me and you? Can we talk about the truth? I wanna know, I wanna know. Can we talk about me and you?
Second move here is just a chest press. I believe I'm using 25s, and these were feeling great. I love the chest press because you're not only working your chest, your shoulders, but also your triceps, so more bang for your buck on the upper body. Here I'm focusing on keeping the shoulders down away from the ears, the elbows tucked under the shoulders. You don't want the elbows to really flare out too wide. You want them to be a little bit lower than the shoulders. And always I'm keeping the weights nice and controlled. On my second set here, I did go up in weight. So I have 45s, 25s, and 10s now on each side. Sometimes the heavier you go, the harder it is to slow it down, which is okay. But if you want to make the move harder and really feel it in the right spots, always slow it down. Here I didn't go up in weight on the chest press because ever since I was a tennis player when I was younger, my right shoulder I need to be very careful with. So it seems maybe a little light, but I find if I go up in weight, then I might feel it in the shoulder on the right side. It doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel smooth. So I'd rather stay down in weight and not feel pain. Final set, final two moves here. One of the big mistakes people make is they just do too much too soon. Even me, I'm really good at listening to my body now. Like these 6 exercises was more than enough today because I lift heavy. Some days, possibly I could get an 8, possibly 10 if I'm doing a circuit style and not going quite as heavy. So you don't want to do too much too soon. Is there anything better than when you know you're almost done your workout? You feel accomplished, you feel productive, you have the endorphins flowing, and you know you can just achieve anything because you just lifted heavy weight. You're feeling strong AF, and now it's time to enjoy the rest of your day feeling badass.
Let me stay with you. Getting asking you just one night. I don't know how your life, but tell me, 'cause we still have time. I can't say I can't help you, but do you feel the same, don't you? I think of you every moment. I think of you every moment. Can't say I can't help you, but do you feel the same, don't you?
Just made it out for a walk. It's raining a bit, it's not too bad. I still try to get out like every day with my dog. Even though it's a little mucky out. If the weather's really bad, we might not go as long, but after -30, a little bit of rain's not gonna stop me. I try to go for daily walks. This is kind of, you know, my cardio. There are so many studies that show like how walking every day can help with long-term weight loss, helps with digestion, helps with stress relief. There's so many reasons why I'm obsessed with walking. Gets me out of the house, and I have a dog, so. And then once I get home, I'm gonna make some lunch. You've made it this far, write me a thumbs up in the comment section. Just because lately I've been maybe overthinking social media. Like, should I do this on YouTube? Should I do that on YouTube? What do people want to see? Are my educational sit-down videos boring? Do people like these vlogs? So I'm a little bit all over the place, and I'm just trying to kind of zone in and take action. Because honestly, nothing happens when you just sit there and overthink. Taking action is step one into hitting your goals. I'd really recommend the audiobook, Atomic Habits. Some of the things you're like, oh yeah, I don't even realize I do that for certain things that I'm good at, and maybe I can implement it on those things that I'm not so good at. So the first gem is he talks a lot about systems, about making systems and not so much focusing on the goal, which I absolutely love that, because a lot of people are like, I need to work out 3 times a week. I need to work out 3 times a week. And then they never hit it, they never hit it, they never hit it. But instead of thinking of the goal, think of the system. So what system can you set up to make sure that you're hitting that every day? Do you need to like plan it out, have your workout gear ready? You know, what kind of system can you make it so it's foolproof? I absolutely love that. And for me, like, I'm trying to work on posting more regularly. I keep wanting to post more reels or be more active on social media, post more on YouTube. And instead of being like, okay, Michelle, post 2-3 times a week on Instagram, Michelle, do YouTube. And I keep focusing on that goal. And at the end of every week, I just feel defeated because I don't hit my goal. Right now, I'm setting up systems. So I've actually set up a system for Instagram on exactly what type of video, what type of picture I'm gonna post, just to make it super easy. And I need to do the same thing for YouTube, which I'm not gonna lie, I haven't done that yet. But it just made me feel so much better. I just have to focus on executing now versus just overthinking my goal over and over and over again. If you guys want me to update you more on the ebook, let me know. I'll link it down below. It was free. All right guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.